Hi, good morning. Namaste from India. We are going to explore some gypsies' life in the part of Rajasthan. And here we are. Although it is not exactly the Thar desert of Rajasthan, but it is a particular gypsy community which is known as Bawri. Or people commonly they do call it Ban Bawri also. Ban that means the forest and Bawri the people who are living into the forest. So from the very old time, although they are not the part of the tribes in the part of India or in the part of Rajasthan, but they are as much important in the socio-economic balance in the societies here. Earlier days, as man occupation of these people used to collect some of the herbs or subs or like honey and some other things from the forest areas, from the wild, and later on they used to sell these things in the part of the market and to the people. But with the time, when the population started to increase, it was very much impossible for them to have the much more land in the part of the forest. So slowly, as the people started to use the land of the forest, they have to settle at certain point of the time. But still, their life is much more like the gypsies. As in the western part of Rajasthan, there is commonly as the Kalbelias are common gypsies in the part of desert, but they are here, the Bawri or Ban Bawri, they are equally important. And even their rituals, their life, their social spectrum, and everything that is really interesting. As it is the winter days and it is starting of the day, you can see here some of the goats. Then they do have the hen and camels also to transport from one place to another place, because ultimately they are not going to stay for the long time at one spot, and that's how for the moment. Earlier days they used to have their donkeys and then camels also in the part of the desert. In the same way, now also, as you can spot at here, there are certain camels which are here. And then if you look on their food, basically they use very much staple kind of the food, as it is the wheat and then the pearl millet that is called commonly as the bajra. So they have boiled it, much more the food which is used as the boiling of the food. They are vegetarian as well as the non-vegetarian, because as in the forest, whatever they get, like hair, and then they do get some kind of the birds also. Although those birds or the animals which are not allowed to hunt, they don't kill them. Otherwise, yes, they are the non-vegetarian people also. But in the part of the desert, it's really difficult to get the non-vegetarian food. So they are much more on the boiled food, which is like the staple food, and tea, the chai, as in the morning hours. That is one of the first drink which we can say. And here the kid is enjoying the tea, and they have prepared the tea in that particular oven, which is a natural oven, we can say. Just the two bricks are there, then they do put some firewood, and with the help of the firewood they can just prepare their food also. It is not like, as the government is trying their best to provide the LPG, that liquefied petroleum gas cylinders, to them, but they are much more sticking with the natural way of living, and that's how they use much more the firewood. Here you can see their goats, majorly for the milk purpose they do keep. And here you can see, can you imagine what is it is? It's the dried, like the cows has the dung, in the same way it is the goat's dung basically. So it is poo which is dried one, and it can be used as a manure also. So people who are in the nearby villages, they can get the manure from these people. So let's come to the head of the family. We will speak with that person, that how big is his family, how long they are living at here, and how happy they are in the life, and what kind of the things which they are expecting from the government or for their upliftment into the society. You can find some lamps also, sheeps also. Whenever there is a good gathering or a guest do come in their house, then they do have the party, then the lamb is needed. So here, as you can see, all the kids are just trying some of the clothes because we just came from the Jaipur last night, and some of the used clothes, not the new one. I'm not going to say that I'm much more a donate person, but yes, the clothes which has been used by my boy and they are like short or they are not to be used for the future purpose, then we have brought these. As you can see, they are so according to the size, as there are so many kids in the families are there, so they will select whatever they would like to wear. So somehow, as it is the winter time and the winter will be very much chilly, like dropping the temperature at the night time around 2 degree or 3 degrees Celsius, so it will be helping to all these kids because you can see poverty, but there is the happiness is there in the air.